Yo, what's good? What's good? Welcome to the Epic Entertainment Critics. I am Dolemite. No, I'm joking. I am Antoine,
And I'm still James.
and we are going to discuss. We're going to react, discuss a movie that's very dear to me that I've been waiting for quite some time. A couple of my idols in one movie. Dolomite is my name, starring Eddie Murphy. But before we do that, I got an intro. We have an intro. All right, we back. We back. Dolomite is my name. All right, man, dude. Now I remember hearing about this uh months back. Months back. I was kind of like, I don't know, man, but I mean, shit. If anybody deserve a movie being made, it's Dolomite. um,
Uh,
eh,
because I had forgotten this was even going to be a thing.
yeah, I know, because I remember hearing about it, but it just kind of felt like one of those you hear about it, but you know you never that project never get off the ground. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And there's a few of those where you be like, man, that'd be crazy. I wonder how that would be, and it just never you never heard from it again. You just heard the idea, and, it got off the ground. Now this on Netflix though. Now
Right.
I don't know if this a biopic, this like a parody, or this just like a remake of one of the Dolomite movies. I doubt that, but I wouldn't be opposed to that. What you think it might be?
I'm going to be honest with you. I kind of like the idea of it being a biopic. Like,
How he got those movies made?
yeah.
Because
You know,
that's got to be a story in itself.
you know it, man. It's got to be. Like, that's why I'm like, I would, like, if this isn't, I would still love someone to make that somewhere down the line.
Yeah, I mean because those were cult classics. They became cult classics because they were so bad. They were so poorly made and self indulgent that people was like, how did somebody make this? You know what I'm saying? It's like the disaster
Yep.
artist almost.
Yeah.
It's in the same
No.
vein as disaster artists where a a person made their own movie and they just kind of just went ham and you just kind of go along with that ride on
Yeah.
on these movies, man. And you know what? I got before we watch that, dude, I got a little clip of the original. I got a clip of the original Dolomite movie, and I was gonna play a little bit. I ain't gonna play the whole trailer, but I got some of the trailer, man. Uh, so then you can kind of get an idea of people who don't know who the hell Dolomite is or Rudy Ray Moore. Uh, take a look at this clip.
Dolemite is my name, and fing up motherfuckers is my game. Breathing down your neck. Damn! Damn! Well, this
Oh,
motherfucker.
God, man.
I've got an all-girl army that knows what to do. They're fox as hell and practice kung fu. I put my finger in the ground and turn the whole
Those
world
sound
around.
effects. Hey, why do you fall in that trunk?
No, you still the best man I
Oh,
Hey, he punched the shit
I'm
out there.
waiting for
He just keep
Dolemite.
punching that dude.
Dolemite. And tell him I want him out of here in 24 hours. And 23 of them are already gone.
A lot of chops.
God damn, I wish it was a spooky joint. Yes,
oh
I'm
man.
Dolemite. I'm the one that killed Monday and whooped Tuesday and put Wednesday in the hospital. called up Thursday to tell Friday
Look at all
not to
those
bird
chops.
spared your son. I'm the one that had the elephants roosting in trees and all the ants wearing BBD.
All right, we'll stop it there.
Oof. Oof.
Oh, that's a classic,
It,
dude. I remember,
it was a different time, man.
dude. I remember, my friend of mine told me about this because his dad always watched these, and and then he was like, "Yeah, you ain't watched Dolemite." I'm like, "Yeah, I remember hearing about Dolemite." 'Cause, oh, you had to hear about it. You know, if you was black,
Right.
you heard about Dolemite growing up, and then you heard a little sound bite like on a rap album or something. But I never actually sat down and watched the movie. And then when I sat down and watched the movie, I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "This shit is so cheap," but it became classic though because when I went back to school, man, we went back and we started quoting some of the Dolemite lines, and people like, "What's that?" It's like, man, it's this old '70s shit, Dolemite, and everybody just wanted, hey, do that Dolemite line. So we kind of had like a Dolemite hour where we just quote Dolemite lines. Like when we go to lunch, we just start quoting Dolemite shit. I swear to God, it was so stupid.
Oh man, that's awesome.
So, so that is Dolemite, man. Let's watch this trailer, dude. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this. So we're gonna watch this new trailer, and we'll see how Eddie Murphy did it justice, and see. Let's just see how it is, because like I said, I don't know if it's a parody, a biopic. I don't know, but I bet you it's gonna be funny though. Are you ready, man?
I'm ready.
All right, I'm pressing play right now.
It's showtime, y'all. You love him and I love him. Put your hands together.
Dolemite is my name. Hey, you know, Auntie, I was thinking about putting out a comedy record.
Comedy? You been a singer, a shake dancer?
That's real hard to break in. I do whatever it takes to get in. I come up with a new character. Dolemite is my name, and fucking up motherfuckers is my game.
Oh,
What'd you do to your hair? You look like a pimp.
It's all pretend. I just created a character.
Dolemite, you a trip.
Pull on that.
Oh, that's a weed.
That's right. Whatever it takes, I'm ready to do it. I got to be totally outrageous.
It's filthy. You've got a product here that you can't sell or promote.
All my life, people been telling me no.
Rudy, sometimes our dreams just don't come true.
A man slam a door in my face, I just find another door. I want the world to know I exist.
You can write.
This ain't funny. And it ain't no brothers in it either.
If I get up in that light with my own movie, I could be everywhere all at once. Let's bring Dolemite to the screen.
The actors we hire, you're a bit doughier than them.
Doughier?
Hey, that's Dermot Martin.
I'm offering you a role in my new motion picture.
You think you could just walk up here and hire me? No.
What if we let you direct?
In storytelling, it's always best to write what you know.
Ain't nothing to talk about my personal life. I deal with the nightlife, club owners and mobsters and lots of pimps and kung fu.
Do you know karate?
No, but I'm a fast learner. I can learn how to chop me a motherfucker.
Action.
oh God.
Dolemite, give it to me.
Put your weight on it.
Pretending like he could be a sex machine. What planet is this cat on?
If this thing flops, you're gonna be working for free for the rest of your life.
I'm so grateful for what you did for me, because I never seen nobody that looks like me. Oh, yeah! Up there on that big screen.
God damn, Dolemite.
Great Cut. Was it good as Shad?
Okay.
Oh,
Okay, that's Dolemite. I see they going the disaster artist route.
yeah, yeah. Oh man!
But
And can I just say, this might be my favorite Wesley Snipes role ever.
Hey, you know what, man? I am so impressed with the cast. They got a lot of good people in this movie. They got Snoop Dogg, Mike Epps, Wesley Snipes, Michael Keegan Key, a couple other people I probably missed, but that's a good solid cast they got up in here. And I'm like, and it looks funny, dude. I'm laughing my ass off just at the trailer, so I could tell the movie is gonna be good.
Yeah, and I think this what really sells stuff like this, because it was the same thing with disaster artists. When you watching them film a scene that you saw in the actual movie, and they having that same reaction, like, did they just? Wait, what?
And I like how, people like Wesley Snipes' character, like, man, what planet this dude owned, man? Who told him this shit was cool? You know what I'm saying? Which is like, okay, that's more of a realistic of the people behind the scenes who didn't believe in him. And I like that too, man. I really like they bringing Wesley Snipes in here. And I wonder, like, why ain't they working together more often? Like, it's like, why these?
Because they play off of each other really well.
Wesley Snipes hamming it up and shit. You see how big his eyes got? No.
Yeah.
What about let you drink? Huh? But no, man, that actually looked funny as hell, dude. Only complaint I have is Eddie Murphy looked like Rudy Ray Moore a lot, but he ain't got the voice down. I feel like he sound like himself when he doing Dolemite, and I'm a little disappointed there because I'm like, I don't think Dolemite is hard to do. He just got to get a little more bassier with his voice or something. It's just, okay, this is the thing. Rudy Ray Moore is the person. Dolemite was the character. So if you're going to play Dolemite, you can ham it up. You can be exaggerated like that. You know what I'm saying? Because Dolemite was a character. You get what you get me?
Yeah. And I think by this point, we've seen Eddie Murphy do that enough times that we know he has it in him.
Right. But it seemed like when he was doing Dolemite, I just kept hearing Eddie. You know what I'm saying? It's like you could imitate. At this point, when he do Dolemite, not when he do Rudy Ray Moore, but when he do Dolemite, he can imitate. Where you say, oh, he's just imitating him, but he's imitating a character he plays. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? But when you trying to play,
because like that works on a lot of levels too, because you're playing someone who's playing someone.
Right. So you can play it just the way they play it when they play their character, because that's a character anyway. You get me?
Yep.
So that was my only complaint, because when he was like, because when he did the line, Dolemite is my name and fucking up motherfuckers is my game. He sounded like Eddie.
Yeah.
And that was my only thing. I was like, okay, I'm hearing Eddie though. You got to be more like Rudy Ray Moore. You got to be a little bassier with that. But that's funny, man. You know what? It looked like the movie got some heart too, man. How they showing how the people that was involved was just thankful to be able to be in a movie. You know what I'm saying? Things like that that's some heart to it. It ain't just a screwball comedy. You know what I'm saying?
You're right. Like this, you see, this movie got me smiling, man. Like I really want to see this now.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It's it's on point, man. It's on point. And then you got so don't you know that scene where he was having sex and the set start coming down and all that? That happened in one of his movies where I don't know if that was a human tornado or whatever. It's supposed to be like he was a tornado in bed so much that like it was like creating like an earthquake. Man, that's how crazy and exaggerated this dude was, man. I mean, but that's what made the character.
Oh Lord, man.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
that
great.
makes the character so exaggerated. he's so extra and exaggerated that makes him fun. You get me?
I feel that. I get all that, man.
And you know what? I was thinking about oh, go ahead.
Like, because that's one of the things that I think with stuff like this really cements it. Like, when something becomes a cult classic, is there is no distillation of the character. It's not. They don't water it down at all. Like, it's all high notes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the character lives on way past the run of the franchise.
Yeah, yeah. I liked. I did kind of like how they show how. I didn't know he used to be a singer. I guess he sung like kind of like Barry White or something, like the deep voice singer, and I knew he was a comedian. I knew Rudy Ray Moore was a comedian first, and he created the Dolemite character was like on stage, and I guess he decided to make a movie out of it, this is kind of like it kind of plays both ways. It kind of plays like a biopic and kind of like a parody. So we kind of get to see how he made these movies, but in a funny way. So I appreciate that because I don't really need to see a biopic where it's just so dramatic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With Dolemite, I need to see the funny
like,
shit.
You don't want to see the sad clown Dolemite edition.
Yeah, right. I didn't need to see the Tears of the Clown version. But yeah, it was fun, man. I was thinking about another movie that's very similar, Black Dynamite, which I know you're a fan of. And I was thinking, was Bullhorn probably pretty much a parody of Dolemite, man? He had to.
Because that's actually what I was thinking. Like, there's even a bit where he come out in the suit with the fur cap.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that Bullhorn look and act and dress just like Dolemite.
And it's a thing about that. I kind of hate to admit he might have seemed more capturing the character of Dolemite a little more than Eddie was, but it still the movie still looked great. It just seemed like when he do his Dolemite impression, I'm not feeling it, and I'm a little disappointed on that. But it's not taking me out where I'm saying no, I can't watch it like that. It's just a little, it's just maybe it gets better. Maybe in the movie, you know what I'm saying? Maybe he was just like trying out his Dolemite voice, and he's gonna get more into it. We'll see.
Yeah, and it could be something like that. Showing him building that character up.
Yeah, and I appreciate that too, because I don't like when they do these little biopics or whatever, and when you got a character, and they make it like this magical, they make it like the way this character was created was some magical moment. It's like, come on, man. It's trial and error.
Wait, do that again.
Right. It's trial and error. Most time people will start off a way and they evolve into another way. I appreciate that, the realism on that. But man, like I said, the cast is great, man. Look like it's got a lot of heart to it, man, and can't wait to see this, man. It's coming out on Netflix.
Do we have a date on that?
I missed the date. I don't know if they showed it, but I think it's coming out like this fall sometime. I don't think it's say. Hold on a second. This fall. Did you say this fall?
Yeah.
So.
All right. Just wait a couple months. All right.
Right. It's probably gonna come out like October or something. Which is, and I like, and I really like the fact that they're releasing it on Netflix instead of going straight to the theater. Some of these smaller movies, I wish they would release on that platform a little more.
Because also not everything is really built for a theater, know?
Right. And, because it's like certain movies like this, I really want to see, but you kind of making me going through a lot of trouble to see movies like this. It's not a big blockbuster movie that deserves that big showing. Some movies, it's so much action, there's so much big lights, so many spectacles. Okay, it's a better experience seeing it on a big IMAX or whatever. Movies like this, it's a good. it shows good on Netflix because you can sit home and watch it with a loved one or whatever. It's just a better setting for a movie like this. But
and also this is the kind of movie that some people aren't going to be comfortable enjoying, in a public setting.
Right. Yeah. Too.
Just, how some folks get around to. Oh yeah.
I get what you're saying though. I get what you're saying. Some movies where you out in public and it's got stuff in there that just disturbing sexually or gore or whatever, and you just feel awkward being around other people watching this shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like some movies is better off in the house or whatever or Netflix. And speaking on Netflix, I just want to say kudos to Netflix because I feel like a lot of these big actors I think they just tired of Hollywood. Like people like Wesley Snipes, Eddie Murphy, or Dave Chappelle. Like these bigger actors, or Adam Sandler for at some standpoint, these bigger actors kind of ran their course with Hollywood. And Netflix kind of giving them a chance. And not only they giving them another chance, but they're giving them a chance to be more creative too.
Well, because also if you look at just the politics of Hollywood, like especially the way it is now, you might not get a part in the movie because you don't have enough followers on Twitter or whatever.
Yeah, stuff like that.
So you go to Netflix. Netflix says, do you have the concept? Do you have some names? Of people that you want in the movie? Let's get this done.
Yeah, and
that's sort of artistic freedom to actually get something done. Like you don't get that in Hollywood.
That's where I'm going. Where a lot of people they really don't need the money no more. This is what they do though, and Hollywood don't give them that opportunity to do what they want to do because they got to hit these numbers. You gotta please this audience. You gotta please that audience. You got to make this PG-13. Yeah. You got to take this out. You can't be what you want to be because Hollywood already got you some set up shit because they got agendas. They got agendas and they got quotas, and you got to hit those. And a lot of those older actors that's kind of, don't need the money kind of checked out on Hollywood. And I really like the fact I'm seeing a lot of them coming back, like on platforms like Netflix, where they can just get their creative control to kind of do what they want to do some passion stuff, do more artistic stuff, and because we know they got the talent, they just been kind of, pacified so much by Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? So
for sure.
So I'm very happy to see a lot of these new faces, and and I feel like a lot of people are going to start moving over to like a platform like Netflix. And I mean more like those older big stars. Like you're probably gonna start seeing more like Will Smith and Denzel Washington and Nicolas Cage and people that's so they kind of ran their course in Hollywood. So like the young people, they like y'all put up with that shit. Y'all be beholden to them all you want. We kind of doing our own thing on these other platforms.
Yeah. Because it's been really cool seeing, Netflix has been really doing their bit to pick up, a lot of the movie, I guess you could say like the cast-offs from, Hollywood, folks that just got sick of it and what have you. And now you're seeing like Amazon Prime and Hulu picking up TV shows, because the networks won't put any money down on them,
Yeah.
So we've been getting to see a lot of this good stuff that if you left it up to the people, we'd constantly be putting in on it. It's just the networks won't.
Right, I know, and I'm very thankful for these platforms because we get to see kind of more experimental shows that we wouldn't see before, especially on the Netflix with their restrictions because they are beholden to their advertisers, and they say, well, we can't do that because we need to advertise this, so that's going to mess up that advert. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, okay, no, they're not beholden to nothing. They can actually they got a vision, and they can see it through, because the people are already subscribed to the platform. So, I'm happy to see that, man. I'm happy to see this. and I would love to see some more of this. And I was hearing that Eddie kind of signed a deal with Netflix, so he's gonna do some stand up back again, so we can see Eddie too. Hopefully he didn't lose it.
Oh,
but yeah,
because
he
I know he had been talking about getting back into it. I didn't know if he was for real.
From what I heard, when he signed with Netflix, he's gonna do some movies and he's gonna do a stand up. So it's like I said, a lot of people that's just like just kind of done with Hollywood, or Netflix reaching out to them, and they kind of like, okay, well, we can work with you. That's like when Dave Chappelle got his stand up and stuff, because Dave Chappelle was kind of like after he left the Chappelle show, was like, man, I'm done with Hollywood. I don't want no part of this world. You know what I'm saying? And I can understand that when you see what goes on behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? Everybody like, well, you threw away 30 million. He threw away money for his integrity. You say, you say money ain't everything, but how you gonna call him crazy for choosing his integrity over money? You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm talking about. In this capitalist society, money is everything. So don't tell me that, family and integrity first. Bullshit, money first, and you know it. Yeah. But anyway.
I mean, that's the thing. If you want to keep the moral high ground and, buy in on a capitalist society, you got to act like you don't see the truth right in front of you.
Exactly. And there's some people just threw their hands up at Hollywood, and I just feel like Netflix started reaching out to them. It's like, hey, if you tired of Hollywood and you still want to create things and be an artist, we have a platform for you. So I like where it's going. I like the future of that, and we'll see. So yeah, I want to see more like these. I want to see more things from people like Eddie and Dave Chappelle. People that you just don't hear from no more, but still good.
Yeah.
It is still things to be tapped into. Like, if we want to do the Blaxploitation era, I mean, we got to see how Blackula got made.
Why was I thinking the
same thing? and Shaft in Africa. We don't want to go there. that was towards the end.
Slow down,
they were just reaching. They were just reaching. Like, all right, well, let's send them to Africa. Like, okay, Shaft in what? Shaft in Africa. You took everything away from the character that made him. But anyway, moving right along. But yeah, I want to see what went behind Blackula. I mean, stuff like that is worth seeing. But yeah, this movie was great, man. This movie was great. I go ahead. We can wrap this discussion up, man. You got any final thoughts on Dolemite is my name?
Man, I'm all in. I'm all in. That's all I can say.
Yeah, and rest in peace to Rudy Ray Moore. I was hearing some other discussions about it. They were saying, like, do you think if Rudy Ray Moore was alive, would he want to be in this movie? Hell yeah, he'll be in this movie.
Wait, you gonna make a movie about Dolemite and not put me in it?
I know.
Like, you know he'd be in that movie.
Dolemite, I mean, that's part of his persona, man. He was very, very arrogant. He's not gonna let you do a movie without him. He's probably like, well, you know what? Move over, Eddie. I can only do me. You know what I'm saying? So,
like, what you mean, Eddie Murphy? I'm Dolemite.
He did hey man, he did a couple kung fu movies. Did you know he was still kind of trying to do they had a stunt double, like in the early 2000s. He had a couple kung fu movies because he used to kind of host kung fu movies. So they put him in a couple of those low budget kung fu movies or whatever. And it was so funny though when I'm watching this movie. Cause I watched a little clip from it. I gotta find it. I don't know the name of it, but he doing all these little moves. He doing all the. First it was a stunt double doing the fighting. Because he had on for some reason he had on like a Michael Jackson Thriller jacket. But anyway, he had like a hood on. And so they show a close-up of him. He'd be like, motherfucker, you don't know who I'm fucking with. Then they show a 4-way shot with somebody with hood on being super athletic, doing all these martial art moves, which it is not him. It's so obvious it's a body double. And then,
oh, God.
And so look, hold on. He fight the dude. And the dude on the ground, so he's saying all this shit. And he's like, rise, motherfucker. And for some reason, and look, hold on. For some reason, the dude just like floated up in the air like he like did. Like he got the force or something. I was like, what the fuck?
That's so ratchet,
the
man.
podcast in itself.
Man, find that, please.
I am. All right, man. We're going to wrap up, man. Thanks for checking out the podcast. Man. Subscribe
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Dude. Oh, don't forget, we will be reviewing this movie. No ifs and buts about it. I don't care if I got to track these motherfuckers down. We will be reviewing this movie.
Ooh,
So I think it's coming out this fall, probably like October or something. So be on the lookout for the review. And if you subscribe and hit the notification, you'll get alerts when we about to post. So don't forget to do that. All right, y'all. Thanks for checking us out. We out of here.
Peace, y'all.
Peace.